My name is C.C Payne. I'm a middle grade author. I've written 3 middle grade novels. I'm just blessed to get to do the work that I really love and would do no matter what. This is the thing about leftovers. There's nothing worse than leftovers, except school cafeteria leftovers, which are so bad they should be called something else. Left-unders, maybe? I went to Cassidy, I went to Morton. I love Lexington. I love it here in Kentucky. I love the people. I love the landscape. In 2nd grade, I had a very special teacher at Southern Elementary. Her name was Lisa Saylor, and she thought I was smart, and she wanted me to be a reader. She encouraged me. She lent me her own personal books until we found books that I loved, and I became a reader. And anytime I was interrupted with other schoolwork, like I was so bothered by that, like I just wanted to go back to my book. Had there been a job called reader, I totally would have signed up for that one. Yesterday, the school had served tacos for lunch, and today it was Sloppy Joe's. The sloppy part tasted like leftover taco meat mixed with tomato sauce and slapped on a soggy white bun, which is exactly what it was. Yuck. And so I've had a lot of different jobs. Some I liked, some I didn't. I've been a secretary. I've worked overnight in a sleep lab. That was my favorite because I was able to write during the day. I've waited tables. I've managed restaurants. But I've never had a job that I loved the way that I loved writing. And through it all, no matter what job I had, I continued to write. As usual, I had to face my left-unders alone. Okay, I wasn't technically alone. There were other girls at my lunch table, and they were all very polite. But they never spoke to me unless I spoke to them first. They didn't seem to dislike me exactly. They just didn't seem to need any new friends. Nobody in Lush Valley seemed to need any new friends. I wrote 2 novels for adults and collected well over 100 rejection letters from all over the country. Both my husband Mark and my daughter Laurel believed that it was going to happen. And so I kept on, mostly for them. You know, I didn't want to let them down. When Laurel was in 2nd grade, her teacher told me that she had told her class that her mother was an author. And I sat her down and said, Laurel, you can't say that. That's not true. Authors are published and I am not published. You know, you can't go around saying that. And she believed she could. And what she said was, in my heart, I know you're an author. I received my last rejection letter, which was probably 139 or so. And I thought, that's it. I've taken thousands of hours for my family. I'm exhausted. This is just going to be a hobby. That's it, I'm done. We were more than halfway through the school year now, and I'd long since given up the hope that I'd enjoy lots of friends, birthday parties, and sleepovers in Lush Valley, like I had in my old neighborhood. I told myself that was okay, that my old friends were enough for me too, and I'd tried to hang on to them. And I cried myself to sleep that night, mourning the death of a dream. And the next morning when I got up, when I got my daughter up, she said, you know, I sure wish that you would write a book for me so that I could read it and share it with my friends. My last attempt to hang on was trying to throw a slumber party at my old house, which was Dad's house by then. But when I called my friends one by one to invite them, nobody could come. None of them said why. Finally, my best friend, Olivia Moore, told me that everyone was already going to a slumber party at Liddy Duncan's house on that night. And I sat down that very morning after she left for school. By then I was working at the sleep lab at night, so I was able to write during the day, which was nice. And I began the story, which became something to sing about. She loved it. The very first publishing house I sent it to snapped it up. It was the most fun I had ever had writing. I had no plan, I had no outline, and still it just, page after page, it just came, it just flowed. And I remember stopping that day and thinking, okay, I got the message. "Do you want me to ask Liddy if you can come?" Olivia said, sounding uncomfortable. No thanks, I'd said, because I barely knew Liddy, and it was all too awkward. I have enough awkward in my life already.